best or nothing, all or nothing. Oh, the sound of the engine. Fuck. What? Oh, Mercedes powertrain, really great. I think they make the most characterful engines in their newest lineup. Their engines are not only fuel efficient, it sounds great as well. I think I've mentioned before that the C43 engine is extremely capable and extremely fuel efficient for what it is. And Con is the type of uncle that will switch off the aircon and all that when he goes out from the car. Alright, let's go. Oh, the sound! So, damn man. So different from an A-Class to a CLS or an E-Class grade car. 2 grades up, and Mercedes rewards you when you work harder. What do I mean by that? I mean, if you work harder, you earn more, right? So if you drive an A-Class, your car will be noisier, bumpier, and then when you go up to a C-Class, you get rewarded for working harder. That's how they why is the aircon warm? What's the, can you help me with the temperature? Con is the type of guy that puts aircon at 25 degrees. Let's brake. I love the sound of the engine. I know it is pumped into the cabin in some ways, but it sounds so good. Okay, I kind of hope that the steering wheel is tighter, heavier, and, but it's not. Okay, not much of a connection with the wheel, I would say. But the powertrain, my god, the powertrain. Okay, again, the body isn't the type that is it's not what I would call talented chassis, because this is still an E-Class underneath, but it's comfortable enough, it is competent enough, and just enough for me to not dare to push it too hard. It is this type of chassis, and lacking a left foot rest. So when I'm cornering, my left feet is trying to grab on something to step on, you know, to give me that do I call it tripod for me, because I need my left foot to press myself against the seat back. Okay, I can't do that with my right leg. The right leg has to be on the brakes or the pedal. So see, wow, the car is sending a lot of load to its outer wheels during cornering. So this again is a telltale sign that it's not the type of really good chassis balance that we experience even in the Volvos. Okay, but the powertrain, my god, this 3-liter engine is brilliant engine. Okay, abang, thank you. So is, oh, the brakes. Oh, the car is heavy. It is a heavy car. It is a heavy car. Oh, look at the you need to pay a lot of attention when you're driving, be it even the A-Class or the or this one, the CLS, you know, because like I said, there are things that you need to manage: the weight transfer, the grip levels, and how the car reacts. See that? So it's really more like a muscle car, you know. You have power, It's not clumsy handling. I wouldn't call it clumsy, but it's not the flowy type. It's not a BMW. Okay. Oh, this engine. So this is a highway cruiser. Okay, this is a highway cruiser. But during my first drive, when you are dealing with a high-speed bend with undulations, that's when the car sometimes will get unsettled. Mercedes did not spec in the highest grade of suspension in this car. Okay, it's I think the mid one. They have 3 levels. This is the mid one. The brakes, I would appreciate if they can be slightly stronger. I kind of felt myself needing to press rather hard to slow down the car. Turn in, see the turn in, let's understeer a bit. Then you kind of try to hold on with the tires. So tires, again, are very, very important in a car like that. I'll give you an example. The Panamera. The Panamera, when you go through a turn like that at higher speeds, the moment you turn in, you kind of feel that the car actually, you felt that the car tilts so that it sends less load to the outer wheels, so you don't really need to rely so much on the absolute mechanical grip that is given to you by the tires, and then it flows around the bend. BMWs as well. So this one, I would say, yeah, it is a cruising, grand touring type of luxury car. Yeah. Even hardening the see the response after you put into Sport Plus is like dum, 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 dum. Even after hardening all that, right, it still couldn't hide the weight of the car affecting your steering. It's not a car that I would say, oh, let's go Genting run again in the CLS. No, it's not. But we'll be on highway soon. I'll put it back to comfort, and then I'll be able to drive this car in its natural habitat, where it's supposed to shine. I hope I have a different conclusion than last time, because the last round I was chasing Mark Rain. He's in the S-Class. I can see his suspension totally absorbing the undulations, and he's fine with it. Whereas me at the back, the rear end of this car was reacting to the undulations more than the front end. Okay, we're downhill, highway now. Go back to comfort, where I'm supposed to drive this like how it's supposed to be driven. Okay? Chill, cruise. Yep. No steering feel. Already I'm feeling the when you corner, when you turn, your car would dip on the outer wheels a bit, and I already felt it twice, whereby it counters like that 2 times just now, even though I'm not going exceptionally quick. You will see that sometimes when, say for example, an Almera, if it's speeding in front of you, you will see the car leaning on its outer wheels and sometimes doing that, right? And of course that is to a larger degree than what I experienced in this. Okay, so it's competent enough, but I expect competent enough from a luxury brand when you're driving 100 kilometers on roads like this, 110 now. Being competent is expected. one is when you have a slight steering angle and then you need to press the brakes more than over the past the midpoint, and that's when you don't want the braking, which will dip the front end, to affect you gliding on a curvature. You don't want that to affect you. In a car with good chassis balance, say for example I'm doing this, if I press more brakes, you see it pushed my front end into the left side even though I did not steer the steering. This is not what I mean, a good example of a great Grand Touring car will not do that. But overall, is it comfortable? Of course. I mean, the seats are comfortable, it holds the sides, and not much of wind noise expected again in a luxury car of this stature, of this pricing, is expected. So the interior, everything, I mean, it's absolutely beautiful. It's one of the most beautiful cabins out there, right? New Mercedes cabins are just absolutely beautiful. I'm scared the Vios might come out. He notices me. Okay, everybody practice a little bit of defensive driving, safer for everyone else. Yeah. Is it worth the price? If you're talking about exclusivity, because E-classes are everywhere, 5 Series are everywhere, if you're talking about exclusivity, okay, I can accept the pricing because it gives you a proper premium car, high performance powertrain. I'm not talking about AMG levels, but this 3-liter engine is sweet. It's just sweet, especially when you floor it and then the sound it makes through the speakers, okay? But it's sweet. And we've experienced this already. It's high, very, very fuel efficient. And then you have a good looking cabin, you know. It makes you feel special when you're sitting inside here.